Number 1. Importance of social-emotional learning in global citizenship education. What is social-emotional learning, SEL? In general, SEL has been defined in various ways, so there is no single absolute criterion that can standardize the concept of SEL. So in this video, let's find out what kind of definitions and models can be used to explain SEL. According to NISM, SEL is the process of acquiring core competencies to recognize and manage emotions. People who can effectively deal with their own emotions can set and achieve their goals, establish positive relationships with others, and make responsible decisions when facing problems in their life. As part of subdividing the phase of SEL, CASEL provides a model which includes 5 main components of developing SEL capacities. According to the CASEL model, SEL starts with the very personal and basic step, self-awareness. Self-awareness makes you identify and recognize your own emotions, such as observing your various emotions through a mirror. Once you are aware of your emotions, you get to know how to manage your emotions and utilize them when achieving certain goals or activities with impulse control, stress management, goal setting, and motivation. We call it self-management. Next step is social awareness. This step refers to the ability to understand the other's diverse perspectives, emphasize with and respect for other people, including the social norms. Next, we move on to the relationship skills. This means the ability to establish healthy and communicative relationships with people from diverse backgrounds. The final step of SEL is responsible decision-making. This refers to the competency to make a decision based on the sufficient evaluation of your situation and critical thinking of how this decision can affect yourself and others. Let's look at the story of Tom. What if Tom has learned and acquired 5 aspects of SEL? Let's find out how SEL will work in Tom's case. While walking down the street, Tom saw that a lot of trash was thrown away on the street in front of his school. Tom recognized that he felt angry and uncomfortable towards the situation and thought the situation to be wrong. Therefore, Tom was motivated to clean up the trash and decided to set a goal accordingly. Moreover, he learned that people should not throw away trash on the street and thought that these trashes will make other people suffer from the odor. So he promised with his friends to cooperate with cleaning up the road and put it into actual practice. Likewise, SEL is the process of the perception of oneself and expanding healthy and communicative relationships towards others. It is a process of learning and developing your feelings, mind to consider others, and acquiring responsible behaviors and attitudes accordingly. Let's look into the context of global citizenship education, GCED. GCED is a transformative education which helps learners to acquire knowledge, skills, values, and attitudes for a more peaceful, tolerant, and sustainable world. There are 3 key learning domains of GCED: cognitive, socio-emotional, and behavioral. With these 3 domains of GCED, students are able to develop their competencies of recognizing the global issues, empathizing with the problems derived from those issues, and actively engaging with the efforts to support sustainable development. Along with 3 learning domains, GCED makes students learn how to deal with diverse issues under various thematic areas. Through these thematic areas, students recognize the local and global issues and understand the complexity of the world through interconnectedness and interdependence among different people. Let's go back to the story of Tom. How is he going to act as a global citizen? One day, Tom saw a documentary about marine debris. He noticed that the marine debris litters the ocean floor, exacerbating the safety of sea creatures and threatens a healthy ecosystem. He started to search for what marine debris is and how it is formed. Tom found out that marine debris is garbage that exists on the surface of the sea and in the ocean, and that the name marine debris is created by human activities such as dumping, industrial activities, etc. Moreover, Tom saw the photos of animals that died from marine debris. In the photos, turtles, whales, and other sea creatures died with plastics all over their bodies. As a global citizen, Tom felt responsible for human activities that caused marine debris and wanted to help the creatures that suffer from the debris. Tom thought, if I reduce the amount of trashes in my daily life, that may help to save creatures in the ocean and also its ecosystem. Not only just thinking of the solution, but he actually tried to use less amount of plastics in his daily life and volunteered for the removal of plastics dumped in the beach. Likewise, global citizenship education helps us to recognize the local global issues that can happen around us and throughout the world. More than just recognizing the issues, GCED enables us to understand each other's problematic situation and learn the necessity to actively solve the issues. Let's look into the relationship between SEL and GCED. Why is SEL important in GCED? As we can see from the two stories of Tom, GCED and SEL closely linked in many ways. GCED and SEL emphasize the importance of our effort to achieve a harmonious, peaceful, and sustainable society. Both GCED and SEL assert that we should become responsible actors in the society we live in, based on our understanding of ourselves, our surroundings, and various parties in the world. In particular, the complexity of global and local issues we face requires learners' in-depth understanding towards the multifaceted problems and the intrapersonal skills to actively solve them. SEL provides a variety of intrapersonal skills that enable learners to empathize with various issues in a social and emotional way. Thus, in GCED, these kind of socio-emotional responses are considered as an important step towards global citizenship. In this regard, UNESCO has established a guideline of GCED, which is called Topics and Learning Objectives, TLO, and divided the learning domains of GCED into 3 steps, and SEL is presented as one of them. In GCED, SEL doesn't just simply say that you need to do something for local global issues around the world. You acquire extensive understanding of the necessity of solving issues based on the relationship with others. Moreover, you become more self-motivated to actively participate in setting up a plan and putting it into practice. Therefore, SEL and other 2 learning domains of GCED, cognitive, behavioral, complement each other, thereby creating a positive synergy effect in fostering global citizenship.